Hi guys and welcome to The Batch Lady. I am Suzanne Mulholland. On the Batch Lady channel I'm going to show you how to make multiple meals that are easy, fresh, simple, easy to prepare in advance and put in your freezer for later. So you come home from work and you have a meal ready to just heat up and go with no dishes to do. It's a brilliant concept and it works great. Please keep watching. What we're doing today is we're doing spaghetti bolognese. Now this is part of the playlist that I'm doing, which is called a batch cooking morning of minced beef. So some of the stuff has already been done, like the tomato sauce. If you want this tomato sauce recipe, just look up my subscribe, look up my playlist, and you will see that there is a tomato sauce recipe there just waiting for you. It's so simple and easy. So I made this morning just with some cans of tomato sauce, some passata, some herbs, salt and pepper. 15 minutes on the stove and it was ready to go. So what I've done to make my spaghetti bolognese is I have my 2 Ziploc bags ready, because why cook one when you can cook 2? They're already labelled, and I have, just for time's sakes, because I don't like to do big long YouTube videos, I have my minced beef that I just finished cooking with my chopped onions. So frozen chopped onions and minced beef. There's a load of minced beef in here, but we're not going to use it all for the spaghetti bolognese. So if you want to see it, whatever else we're going to use it for, I shall tell you near at the end. So we are going to take the spaghetti bolognese, and let me grab a big bowl. And we are going to add 3 big spoonfuls. So that's a cup's measurement, which is 250 mils. So 3 big spoonfuls of the mince and the onions. That's all they've done. I've just drained them as well, okay? So we've got our 3 big spoonfuls here, and I am going to add 2 cups of grated carrot. Now I know roughly that this little bag, fresh bag, is grated, is about 2 cups worth. So I'm just going to put the whole bag in rather than waste any. You can grate the carrot yourself. I just like to do it fast, and this carrot actually only costs, I think it's about 50 pence for a bag, and I'm quite happy doing that. So we've got our grated carrot, and the reason I put carrot in is once this cooks down, the kids don't even notice. When you heat it up, they don't really notice that it's even in, and we quite like carrots. And I am going to add some of my tomato sauce mixture. And then we're just going to mix it up. Now, you can cook the carrots with the mince if you choose to. I don't mind either way. I'm quite happy that I quite like it a bit coarse like that. My children like it, as long as it's got plenty of sauce. Now, that's going to need a good bit more sauce because we're doubling the recipe. So always remember, when you double the recipe, you've got to double every ingredient as you go. So that is looking pretty much like spaghetti bolognese. Now I like to add some mushrooms to it, just to add another veg in for the family. So I'm going to grab some frozen mushrooms. Stay with me. As the queen of frozen veg, these are frozen mushrooms. They're still frozen. They're going to just go straight in the freezer, so I don't need to cook them. They're going to come out and cook when I cook it all anyway. So when this comes out to cook, I'm going to put it in a pan for about 5 minutes. And these will just all cook down along with the carrots. And I don't need to do all of this then on a night where I'm coming in from work and the kids are coming in from school. You can simply do it today when I've got a whole day to myself. And you've seen how easy this takes, a couple of minutes. And that is it. All I'm going to do now is portion it out. Now, I never cook it with the pasta. Because the pasta you may as well just cook on the night. It's much nicer fresh. And I know that I'm going to pretty much half the mixture into each bag. This ladle is a great portion control, or you could use a cup if you've got your measuring cup. You usually need about 1 ladle spoon or 1 cup per portion for your family. Then you're going to add your pasta to it as well. If you're short, or you have another member sort of arrive, or a kid brings a friend home, or just make some garlic bread, add a salad. You can have garlic bread in the freezer that you've already made. And that is how simple spaghetti bolognese is. Now, if you prefer it more red, If you've been using a jar in the past, you might think that this is browner than normal spaghetti bolognese. It's just because it's not got tons of tomato paste, but you can certainly add some more that will red it up if your children prefer it to be redder. Right, let's see how we're doing there. I'm just going to get the last of that out. Put it in the bag. Quite hard bowl to get out. So, here we have 2 bags of spaghetti bolognese. Okay, now all I'm going to do is seal them through, flatten it down as much as possible. You'll have a few frozen mushrooms in there. And that is going to go into the freezer just like that. So I cooked before I then packaged it all together, meaning that it was cold when it was going in. Okay, I'll take a bit more air out of that. They are going to freeze flat. That's 2 whole meals that you can then freeze as flat as pancakes. If you don't have a big freezer, you can just fold it over like that. It just means it's going to take longer to defrost because it's thicker. If you've got enough room, freeze it as flat as you can. That is spaghetti bolognese. 2 portions for 4 people, made in about 3 minutes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.